my god.
All right, we
That
are
was close.
back. We're back.
That was close.
What happened?
Dude, so I was outside, right? Trying to do the podcast from outside. Just trying to enjoy the sun while I talk to you guys. And my phone goes black and then just says emergency. And I'm like, what? And it's like, this iPhone is far too hot, basically, and it has to shut down immediately.
Oh yeah.
And so then it had no service and a black screen. I brought it inside. I put my phone in the freezer in a Ziploc bag. And then I opened it every couple of seconds to see if it would go back. And then finally it said I had a missed call from you. I took it out of the package, and here we are.
There you go. It's that desert
So,
heat.
yeah, it was too hot.
That desert heat.
Dude, that desert shit.
Melts phones.
It was very upset with me. All right, so where were we?
You were. What were we talking about? We were talking about the. Oh, I don't know. I looked up the raw cones. Apparently, I learned some more about them. Or the raw tubes. There's these things called shooters, where you just load
Yes.
and that's what you should use them for.
Ideally, yes.
Yeah.
If I can hand pack them, I don't mind doing it. But yes, shooters would be better. And like, so my roommates want to get shooters because everybody likes these tubes best. These are the best things ever. And I'm like,
They are.
I think so.
You guys are one step away from being just like me. Just need to fill it with tobacco and you're good to go.
I don't advocate
No, but it's just be
other
funny.
people smoking cigarettes.
It would be funny though. Like you just got like professional athletes, but doing it
But-
again. Just
But I do advocate me never quitting.
there you go. Because quitters never prosper.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a better story if I never quit and I win anyway.
Yeah. It's like fun fact. Darren smoked all the cigarettes. He had a cigar every once in a
All
while.
of them.
Once in a while, a cigar every once in a while. A lot of weed, but he still did it.
That's what I'm saying.
Did it. You know, you could be like Nate
Better
Diaz.
story.
Be like Nate Diaz,
Like,
sparking up wherever you go.
Yeah, Nate Diaz sparking up a joint of some kind on the stage at the open workout, set the internet on fire.
It's like
But do you know what's even more fire than that?
What?
Who we handed it to. Do you know who we handed it to?
No.
Oh yeah, when he was done smoking it. Ernie Reyes Jr. Now, why is Ernie Reyes Jr. famous?
Let's find out.
Well, you could argue there's many reasons, but I'd say there's one in particular. He was in the motherfucking Ninja Turtles movies.
Oh yeah.
so that's how surreal the world is. The world right now is so surreal that Nate Diaz, at a press conference before his fight, had a joint at all, then lit that joint, walked around with it while the crowd cheered, and then he handed it off to a motherfucker who was in the Ninja Turtle movie. All of these things are facts in 2019. Like, those are just things that happen now. It's a wild world. But just like that pen that he was hitting, he's like, yo, that joint was CBD. And if I didn't live out here already,
Yeah.
and someone told me that, oh no, that joint was CBD, I'd be like, oh yeah, and I'm the fucking king of England. Like,
Right.
Are you sure? But yeah, dude. Like, example. Try not to look at my butt, internet. I know it's hard.
Them cheeks.
But here's an example right here. As I slide back into the frame, boom, a CBD joint. This is Paradise OG. It has no THC in it because it says so on the label.
There you
I
go.
think it's true. And yeah, dude. One single pre-roll. It has 13.34% CBD. So let's see if we can compare that to a regular joint. Does it list how much CBD is on this bitch? No, it lists like CBC, and it lists like CBGA. all of which are all listed on here as well. But it doesn't say exactly how much CBD. These little guys are interesting. Let's have a little bit of this one right now.
The podcast has slowly been a joint review YouTube channel.
And an indictment of every critical person.
There you go.
You know, it's also that. What else is it? It is also where we discuss
Misinformation.
your jujitsu shit. So, Gordon Ryan and his clique are about to ride on some fools, huh?
Pretty much. They're about to just go in there and just basically just lay waste to a land of old MMA veterans. And he's like, I'm only doing this because I wouldn't have to wrestle, because I think there's like the nationals going on right now. And he's like, I would have to wrestle like Buchecha or somebody, and my knee's not even like 75% healed, so I can make some money just whooping on.
I can come in here, handle this light work.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like my team's gonna carry me, but I'll still tap a few fools. So he's like, I get that easy check.
Hey.
Yeah, it seems like
there's worse plans.
Yeah, no.
There's way worse plans.
It seems like, well, the worst plans is being on the other three teams.
That's a good point. Want to hear something super weird?
What?
I received like a paycheck today.
And
it was strange to me.
Here you go, son. Here's taxes.
It was just strange. That's all I want to say. It was odd, but it wasn't bad. Did I tell you that Donald ragged on me in my DMs?
You did it off mic.
Off mic?
You did.
All right, then let's let the facts be known. Let's share the story. So my mentor Donald has a career in like the venture capital world, and he's a very successful guy. And he's also a jiu-jitsu black belt, and he's over fucking educated. And so one day we were all chatting, and I used the phrase in jest, but it was a pro wrestling jargon, a little bit of pro wrestling slang, a little carne, if you will. I spoke a little carne, and I said, shoot jobs are for marks.
Poking the bear.
I said that, right? I kind of meant that, and I kind of mean that, but I was almost all kidding, right? But I don't believe that I was heard that way at all, because I said that years ago, right? And I posted a quick video of me behind the desk, the front desk at Extreme Couture, and I'm like, I have a job. This is a cubicle. Like, what's going on? And he was like, "Oh yeah, you fucking nerd, you fucking mark." Like, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, did I strike a chord back then? Like, did I?
So that must give you so much more happiness, that knowing that like he remembered that like a great elephant and just said, "Hey,
did I get on your last nerve that day?"
Yeah. It's like, motherfucker, one day I'm gonna get him back with that shit.
It was really funny, and then he like said nice things, but like he gave me the fucking stab. Like, it's like, "Oh yeah, look at you. Are you a mark now?" Like, well, silly. Yeah, man, we're all marks. I'm a mark. And that's why I didn't think anybody should take it personally. Like, if I say that someone's a mark, understand that I know that I'm a mark too.
Yeah, it's just not for the same stuff.
Do you know who the biggest mark is, Anthony? Do you already know this riddle?
Who are the biggest marks? The ones that don't think they are ones?
Exactly, man. They're the fucking hugest fucking marks. And those guys are always almost always marks for themselves.
Yeah.
So all you gotta do is say something nice to them, and they're like, yes.
You're right. I am the best in the world, Darren. Thank you for acknowledging that to me. All right. Oh, he's giving us the V.
That was just a little tiny chop, a baby crotch chop.
Baby crotch chop with his...
Just a baby.
His taco meat, little shin hair.
You know what? What? Dude, this is the softest. You could braid my shit, nigga. You watch your mouth. I got what the fucking people that hate themselves call that good hair.
That good hair.
Oh, yeah.
Them gems. Them diamonds.
Like that would be black people's Indian name.
Gem.
Those who hate themselves.
Those who hate themselves. Jesus Christ. It's terrible. Terrible.
I don't know. I'm on one right now.
Terrible.
Okay. Can we discuss the UFC?
Yes, we can. Oh,
I only really want to talk about a couple things. I want to, first of all, shout out to motherfucking King Cage.
Yes.
AKA Young Ten Toes. AKA Young Ponytail. AKA Black Goku.
Black Goku.
Out here doing big things. Headlining the prelims tonight. I'm talking about Devontae Smith. I hope he gets that first round KO. I hope he keeps making a great name for himself in the UFC. So far, he's had an outstanding showing in that division, and I only see good things for him. So shout out to King Cage. Other than that, I really only want to talk about those top 3 fights. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, the fights will be awesome, right?
Yeah.
All the fights are gonna be awesome. The whole card's awesome. So, but we only really need to talk about, what did you call them?
The Natty Boys. The
Natty Boys.
Natch Boys. The Natch Boys.
Who do you have in that fight?
Let's see. I don't know, because I got. Let me do a quick little bit.
And so to be clear, we're talking about
Paulo Costa,
Cotto Romero, and Paulo Costa.
Yeah.
Paulo Costa is super scary, but man, I see Yoel being able to get over.
The Eraser.
I think Yoel beats him by decision, and I don't think it's very, very close at all. I think it's like 30-20 saves.
You think he's not gonna like just starch him real quick with one of his little TKOs?
No, I don't.
Okay.
But he very well could.
Try to think, but who did he?
But like, I feel like when guys have that kind of success, right, and they go against a dude who's a dog and a fucking animal.
Yeah.
And like, Yoel is a fucking terrifying person. So like when it's like getting in there and being like, oh man, my shit don't work. Oh shit, I'm out of bullets. I feel like that's what's gonna happen to Paulo Costa. And he's gonna run out of bullets, and then Yoel's gonna keep picking him up, punching him, and slamming him.
Yeah. I would like to see. I would hope for that to happen.
But we'll see. That's why they fight. That's why the sport's fucking awesome. Because I could be entirely wrong, and Paulo could just like Paula. I was an accident.
Paulo Costa.
I'm not doing that cunty thing that fucking Jim Rome did to Chris fucking what's his name, Jim Everett, whatever the fuck his name is. We kept calling him Chris Everett because I was a tennis player, lady. And like, I'm not doing that. I'm not saying, oh, I don't think Paula is gonna do anything. It's just a slip of the tongue, sir.
Paula might do some work.
Slip of the tongue. But yeah, I think it could be one of those situations where you shoot your shot, it misses, and then you start to crumble.
Yeah.
But I could be entirely wrong, and yeah, that's why MMA's dope.
Fair enough. I got Paulo Costa TKO second round.
Awesome.
Next up, Anthony Showtime Pettis.
Dude, I can't even believe that Pettis and Diaz, and we're talking about Nate, is about to happen.
I can't either. It's kind of wild, actually.
I'm so fucking excited about this fight. I'm so excited about it. I think it's going to be the fucking bomb.
It's going to be... It might be like Anderson Silva, Nick Diaz part 2.
Oh, why? What are you saying this scene?
I don't know. I think you might see... So
why are you being negative right now?
I'm not being negative. I can just see it being...
Why are you trying to fucking shit on my things, Anthony?
I'm just saying. I just feel like there's this
all
weird...
my dreams. You just poop on them.
It's like there's this weird things where like bad dudes like run into the Diaz brothers, like dudes who are really like technically sound strikers run into the Diaz brothers, and then they just get clowned for a bit.
Okay, so that could happen.
It's like they get their emotions shattered. Like he just disrespects their striking completely by like just ignoring their punches.
So are you thinking that Pettis like does like the gimmick of I fuck your legs up? Round 1 is just I fuck your leg up.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it might be something like that. That like Nate's gonna draw him into throwing hands a lot. He's gonna make him throw hands a lot. It's not gonna be, hey, I'm gonna try. It's gonna be like at first there's a game plan of kicking his legs out, but I think Nate Diaz is gonna be in his brain like, hey, what's up, dude?
But come on, bitch.
What you trying to do? Oh, I didn't know you a
Oh, you're
pussy
just gonna
boy.
kick me?
I dknow you a pussy like that. I
That's like
thought you were
that's so
Showtime.
hood.
Yeah,
That's so hood to devalue a kick.
yeah,
Like to assume that a kick is kind of like cheating or cheap, right?
right.
That's the assumption. Again,
Yeah,
it goes back to like there has to be an honorable way of doing the violence,
yeah,
right? So it's like, oh, you're just gonna fucking kick me? Oh, that's it? Like,
yeah,
like what are we doing here? I thought we were gonna fight. And it's like, oh fuck, all right, I know what that means. It means
Right.
I gotta punch you in your nose. Like I gotta fucking sock you in the eye.
it's like,
Shit.
yeah, Anthony.
If I kick you in the shin and you go down, I'm gonna throw my hands up and climb the cage. No I'm kidding. I'd be like, no, he cannot continue, dog. He went. You see the way he went down?
just went down like a statue. Just,
I'm out here like Yano in New Japan, just hitting dudes in the dick,
just
and the referee's not looking.
bah,
I mean, like,
bah,
oh, I guess I win.
oh.
And that'll be the best. Yeah. So I don't want to pick against Nate.
Yeah.
I feel like I got to.
Hey,
I feel like Pettis is a monster right now,
he
and
is.
and I don't think you can think of him as coming off of a loss, because the kind of loss that he's coming off of, like where there's all these iconic pictures and shit.
Who? Anthony Pettis?
Like, yeah,
what loss is he coming off?
fucking Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, but he didn't come off of a loss though.
Oh, did he have another fight since then? Who
Yeah,
did beat?
he knocked out Stephen Thompson.
Right. He fucked up Wonder Boy.
Yeah, he's
So he's already on fire.
yeah,
So like, and when the last time Nate fought was Connor?
yeah.
Dude, not good. Like, he's been training this whole time. I get it.
Yeah,
And like, yeah, he do triathlons. Cool. That's neat. Like, neat. It's still like the dance. Like, here's an example, right? I've been teaching jiu-jitsu every day for the last, 13, 14 years?
mm-hmm.
Something like that. Multiple times a day. And I took, let's say, a year and a half, or all right, let's say I took a half a year off, essentially, from teaching.
Yeah,
Essentially, that's what I did. 6 months was all I took off. And when I taught, I was rusty. I was effective, right? I was effective, but like to my own standard, I didn't deliver an A+ class.
But that's your standard.
I delivered a B class. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and I just got an offer. For work.
No, I get that. It's just funny when you talk about like, yeah, I'm doing good teaching. That's a B+. By the way, just got another offer.
It is what it is.
You're right.
So,
But that right there is my point though, is that it's a B to you. But if it doesn't matter, as long as it's an A to the person you're competing against in that moment.
and I think you don't fucking beat Anthony Pettis without being an A. You don't get to beat Anthony Pettis with your B+ shit or your B shit. Or maybe I'm fucking inflating myself and it was really a C+ class. Who knows? No, I don't think that's true.
See?
I mean, keep it real.
Right,
Like,
no, that's what I'm saying though. Like it's like
I've only had a few C+ classes. Like, there's only been a few times, literally, like I could count maybe 10 classes that I felt were like, oh my God, like that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like that was embarrassing. That was bad. Like, oh my God, I should probably quit. Like I've only had that feeling a few times, and like I remember them vividly, which is why I write notes out on classes and shit. You know,
mhm.
that's why like I prepare for these things. But fuck, man. Like, I can't imagine Nate getting over on Pettis in his current state. Anthony Pettis, decision, unanimous.
Okay. I think the same thing, but Nate Diaz.
Really?
I do. I just think he's
Unanimous decision for Nate.
I think so. I think he's just gonna make it a dog of a fight, just getting inside his head, just having him pinned up against the cage, because Pettis has a cardio problem when you put him in deep waters. And I think Nate Diaz can make that dance happen. He can just be like, hey, guess what? You're used to like getting hit with power. Power. I'm gonna hit you with volume forever. That 1,000-man punch for every round, all
I
round.
hit you forever.
Yeah, I don't stop. It went to the Colby Covington style. It used to be Nate Diaz, but now it's the Colby Covington.
I just don't go away.
Yeah, just don't go away.
Like I'm in your face, and I'm not going
And
away.
I'm talking
Like
to
I'll be
you.
here all night, actually.
And I'm talking to you like I'm used to it. Like we're like this is like a dance room. I'm at the gym. Hey man, yeah. Oh yeah, your brother? Yeah, I got a brother too. That's crazy, dog. Oh, watch this. Just in
Oh
his
yeah, I
head.
got a brother too. So ridiculous.
Yeah, that's my thoughts though. And then for the main event, Daniel Cormier versus Stipe Miocic. Mm.
Powerful. Daniel Cormier, and I hope he stops him. I like that story. I like DC stopping him twice.
Yeah.
That's it. Like I believe what DC said about the fight. I think his assessment of the fight is accurate. And so what I believe he said, because I'm not gonna quote him, right? I'm paraphrasing.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that what he said was, in the first fight, I have to get my timing on an opponent. And it's not that I let them hit me, but I kind of let things happen a little bit. And I try to find a sense for the timing when I can actually catch them in my shit.
Right.
And when I got my timing, I started trying to fight again. And then I got my shit and I knocked him out. He's like, that's how I feel about it. He's like, if you look at a lot of my fights, I lose the first round a lot. It's not a big deal to me. Like, he's like, and this time, I've got his timing already. I know how he moves. I can just start. I don't have to like wait and catch his timing. I'm just gonna try to destroy him, and I think he can finish him.
Yeah.
Especially if he wrestle fucks him.
Oh, that'd make him cry. Make that dude cry.
Dude.
Be a bomb wrestler and then just get taken for a ride.
I want to see it. I want to see that crotch lift.
That would be
fucking slam. That's that only Daniel Cormier can do.
That's how he goes. That's how he retires. He just KOs him with the slam. It's over.
KO with the slam and hammer fist.
And then retires
and then
after
it's over with. You ride off into the sunset.
Nah, leave John Jones in the dirt, dude. Don't go.
Do not fight John Jones.
Do not go play with him. I do not.
There's no reason to fight John Jones.
Unless
you just beat you again.
Unless you want all the money, then I suggest you do that.
No, that was the Brock play.
Yeah. Well, if you want a lot of money, that's what you should do.
Yeah, but you can make money throughout the rest of your life. He's a really smart dude who has a really diverse way of seeing his professional life. He's doing a lot of different things for money, right? So he's never going to have to worry about money. Like that Brock fight is a mega fight against a completely unknown entity, so it still makes it challenging, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just a payday. Brock is a giant unknown entity. You've never touched him physically, never wrestled him, never fought him.
Right.
So that could go any way. That danger is why it's worth something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But like him versus John Jones, though it's of course a draw. We've seen that movie.
Yeah, especially at light heavyweight.
And like we don't need to see that movie again.
Yeah.
And like, do you want to leave with that feeling about the sport in your heart even? That this guy got over on you again? Like, no thanks. It's just not necessary. He beats Stipe tomorrow. He should walk away with his fucking head in the clouds because it's going to be on fucking Mount Rushmore. Yeah. Like, outstanding. Like, that's the career. And, like, today I watched Brendan Schaub talk to Luke Thomas. Have you seen this?
I think I did somehow.
And Brendan apparently brought up something that I think Luke, by judging by Luke's reaction, I think Luke thinks it's taboo. He was like, hey, have you noticed that, this is Brendan. He's like, you notice that Stipe is the only UFC fighter who's from America and requires subtitles? Like, have you noticed that, like, it's hard to understand him and maybe he's a little punchy?
Yeah.
Like, that's a possibility. And Luke Thomas was like, well, I try not to speak on that too much.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know. And Brandon's like, really?
Yeah,
Because
because I do.
I can't understand him. Like, can you? Like, it was a funny little interaction. But I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah, no, it's like the joke is everybody's like, oh no, that's just a Cleveland guy. I'm like, I haven't met a single Cleveland person that acts like
No,
that.
dude, that's him.
Yeah,
That's not us. We don't have marbles in our mouths.
yeah, like there's nobody
That's
who
just him.
yeah.
So yeah. So DC by finish is what I'm looking for.
That's gonna be wild. He's gonna fucking slam a
I'm so
jam.
glad we survived that fucking terrible incident with my phone in the heat.
The weight room. He's gonna weight room him.
I certainly hope so.
Yeah,
Anthony,
Darren.
I must bring this podcast to an abrupt end to answer questions that pertain to my career.
Understandable.
My career.
Your career.
Career. You won't say it, will you? I can't get you to do it. I was like, career.
Career. It's like yes.
I felt
Oh,
a massive
shit.
pull.
All right, this is goodbye for real. Goodbye, Internet. Mwah. XOXO.